I'm not sure. I think Aphotic Shield still should be the play. Like you're playing into... what's he gonna even be playing into? Into a Beast plus Hoodwink, so... Aphotic Shield probably the way to go for. You don't... Do you need the Mist Goal here? Like in this particular lane, Dragonite will have a lot of region on his own and you just need to trade hits, right? So maybe even a level of passive. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what Y does do. I'm a big fan of the Mist Coil. Back in the day, even Dota 1, I loved to play Abaddon, the healer, right? But yeah, the way it's done nowadays. How do you feel about the matchup in the mid lane here? As you mentioned, an OG OD counter back in the day, but is it still the case?
I feel like it's not as big of a case, and Quinn should do a bit better here. We'll see. They had to dig deep to find this Razor pick. I think that OD has some extra tools to work with right now. Deals a lot of damage as well. As you can see on the mid lane already, the trades are going in Quinn's favor, for now at least. Once level 3 hits, your static link does become an issue, of course.
I still remember it back in the day. The passive of the Razor, when you use a spell on him, it slows you down. Then you use the static link onto the OD. He astrals you, gets slowed down to a crawl. You take away all of his damage and just crush him in the lane. Here, right now, nothing to say. Maybe he remembers that time, but right now he is being pressured by Quinn. Quite a lot at that.
Yeah, you don't really have the same slow that you used to, so it looks much, much better for Quinn.
He's preventing him from farming quite a lot underneath the tower. Nothing to say, we'll only get the 2 creeps out of 5. There will be another wave though, and again, annoyed.
Yeah, absolutely. This mid lane probably after the last game is the most interesting lane to watch, but there's stuff happening on top. On top lane, of course, it's Tinker again. And yeah, it's Tinker again. You think you've got him, and then you don't. Maledich has been using a couple of these March of the Machines already. They are blocking his small camp, at least, so he cannot farm all too much and pull.
They are trying to farm here, but generally, so far, GG have been doing well on all 3 of their lanes. Not really shutting down completely their opponents, but definitely coming out ahead.
Yeah, very similar to the last game, right? Like, they came out on top in the laning stage, but what happened later was a bit different.
And it's so easy to play a Tinker when you have a TA on your side, because you don't have to be thinking, oh, am I going to be shoving out the wave? No, the TA is fine with shoving out the wave. She even does it herself quite a lot with the side blade, so you can just use the March whenever the hell you feel like it.
Yeah, look at... he's doing exactly that. He goes between the tier 1 tower and the TA, uses the March, goes back to pull. And what's really cool about this hero as well is, like, you can't stop him from pulling that easily. He uses March, pushes in, and then you to stop him, you need to run through the March and take a lot of damage.
I don't know about you, listeners, but I'm a big nerd for the way the Chinese players are playing Dota, and I feel like Tidebound are bringing in some of the classic Chinese approaches to the game. Slow, different items, just tactically preparing for 30 plus minutes into the game to win versus your opponents. I've really been enjoying them.
I mean, Tidebound, I would say, are playing maybe even faster than some other teams, but they always wait for that one crucial timing like they did in the last game.
Yep.
And then they go in and fight. What's the crucial timing here, though? That's my question. Will Shiro be going for the standard DK mid build or safe lane build? Because they don't really have any other initiation possible on their sides, right? Like, you have Shackle Shot and that's it.
I don't think that you get a blink first. Like, that's probably not going to be happening.
Yeah. Considering he went for Frost Dragon, I'm expecting some Mjolnir build as well. But that's one thing that I'm seeing that they are missing.
Tofu did get kind of low. He has the Healing Lotus and the Fairy Fire, so really isn't close to dying. The Abaddon did get the missed coil, so no points in passive. Maybe even ignores it until later portions of the game.
Maybe completely, right? This is still a hero that can eventually get an Aghanims. And looking at these games, position 5s have been given a lot of space recently, so they usually do find their Ag Scepters. Wouldn't mind seeing that at all. One thing, once again, that I am seeing is missing from Tidebound are stuns. Like, the ease of execution might definitely be on GG's side this game.
Roar, Bushwhack, and especially a Bushwhack versus 3 melee heroes plus a Razor. Razor likes to get all close and personal, so even though he's a ranged hero, his positioning is usually in tune with what melee heroes do.
Yep, absolutely. Bach resorting to creep skips a little bit. At this point, you aren't even able to last it in this lane versus the TA, so understandable.
Trying to find ways to be useful. Astral was used.
Look at Watson.
And that is gonna be the rune. Watson is coming over. He wants nothing to say through the shield rune. They're going for a Bushwhack. Did connect. Innocence heading over. Has the aphotic shield. And Watson has gone too far. Kill shot onto all 3 of them. Almost finishing up the backlines as well. That would have been so cool if he got it. But either way, it is going to be a big fight. Beautiful Bushwhack. The position 4s are connecting their spells beautifully. But in the end, it is going to be Tidebound that come out ahead.
Dude, why is just a god? Like, this is basically how you want your position 5 Abba to play every game. Like, the moment, even before they went on the Razor, he's already TPing in. He's already in the right position to use that aphotic shield and save him. One of the main reasons why they turned that fight, of course. Maybe a bit overly aggressive from GG, considering how hard they're winning their lanes. Sometimes it's like you don't have to keep beating a dead horse. You can just continue on your own way.
See,
Maladich
fighting for the shrine. He's gonna be using the repair bot, and Planet just standing his ground. Laser, it's something that can kill Planet quite easily. He's gonna be hiding in the trees and not gonna be hiding well enough. Maladich will die. Bach will get revenge for his fallen laning buddy, and then he will be the one to get the extra experience.
Yeah, but Maladich already got a lot, right? Like, from that solo kill. So did he get the shrine? He didn't. Did he get a lot of experience? He still did. Almost level 5.
We're kind of used to the Tinker having a good time. That's just the given. Really, Bach and Shiro, both of them are struggling compared to the course of GG.
The problem with Bach in this game is, like, the CS. It's hard for him to go in the lane versus TA and just get last hits, especially with the Tinker being there. So he's only got 17 right now. It's like, you see that he's in the lane, he's playing the lane, he's not zoned. Bot lane. He might go on Shiro here.
Roar being used, Bushwhack is available. Be waiting for it, and he used it previously, so now it's just gonna be the right clicks. Without the Abaddon in the vicinity, it's just way too easy to kill him.
Yeah, he actually didn't have a TP this time around. He used it for that mid lane, so no TP to use the aphotic shield. If he had it, of course, nothing to say. Shiro probably doesn't even die there.
Planet trying to kill a career will be able to do it, and that is going to be Blade of Alacrity gone. Why? In some trouble. Bushwhack disconnect. He's going to have the aphotic shield and it's fine. Tofu has gone too far. Nothing to say. His rotation somewhat successful, but it is still only a support that you take down.
Tofuar. Nothing to say, play that extremely well. Like, he TP'd in and hid behind the trees, waiting for Tofu to actually go for that play. He read him like a book. That was very well done by him.
Still got close to Y dying, and Planet now in the mid lane wants some experience. It's quite dangerous to get close to the OD.
Yeah, how's our boy Quinn doing, actually? When it comes to the net worth, he's really not ahead. Like, he's not ahead of the Razor or the DK, but he's doing all right. He's finding his farm, has power threats, double nully, going for a 4-staff next. We'll see. The Force Staff, Witchblade, Axe probably is the build. I'm not really sure what he's gonna go for.
Well, he is gonna be looking towards the bottom lane. Let's see. Dragonite is a pretty viable target. Smoke was used in the mid lane, but I'm not sure they're gonna be here in time. TP's coming in, nothing to say, gonna be coming over to help as Dragonite gets short immediately. Shiro also gets the stun off. Hammer is available. Quinn wants to use it, but the shackle shot, he positions himself so well that it does not connect even with so many trees around. Nothing to say, going in, gonna get Astral. They don't have anything. He's gonna be dropping the hammer. Nothing to say, doesn't care much about it now. He's gonna be smart. Maladich is gonna be doing way too much. Repair bots. Too powerful to go forward, nothing to say. Now he has the Aphotic Shield onto him. They're looking towards the Planet Wind Ranger. Windrun, in these circumstances, not going to be helping you. Tidebound, they cannot find the hero kill. GG, positioning way too well.
Yeah, they just couldn't find into the March. I feel like that was the biggest issue. Keep in mind that they didn't even commit onto the DK. They probably thought that Y was there, but he wasn't. He was the one hero that didn't TP. He just ran there in smoke. I feel like they had a chance to kill off the DK, but the bluff itself kept them away. Still, a really good fight for them. They take down the tower. I love Ace's itemization. The fact that he went for Helm of Dominator and is going for Helm of Overlord and not Aghanim's, because this makes him much bigger foe at this point for Tidebound.
Annoying to play versus it at this point in the game. Quinn, second he uses an Astral, he becomes the target, but should be fine for now. And with Tinker TPing in, whenever you see a Tinker, you just need to bail. These tier 1s have to fall.
I'm not sure what the play here is. They will wrap behind. How do you defend this?
He does have his level 6, hasn't skilled it up just yet. Bushwhack connects, instantly removed. But the tower is being targeted. That's what they came for. Yeah, you don't defend it. That is the answer. Tidebound, they can't do anything.
Their team fight is much stronger in this game on Gaimin. They have the team fight. They also, when you look at Tidebound, they don't have this Sand King that can stand in front and hold the line. They have a pretty malnourished Bristleback. Not a Blade Mail on him even completed, so he can't really join these fights. Like, he cannot afford himself to die again, or to die at all.
He just doesn't really have all that much mana to work with, so even his farm is going to be very, very slow. Astral onto the Dragonite. Nobody else is here, so this is just going to be Quinn trying to force out some reactions.
Yeah, he's just messing with his farming pattern as well. I feel like that's another thing that he's doing here.
Well, now he does have help of the supports. The Bushwhack being used. Sharpshooter is now available. Level 6 Hoodwink.
Yep. They're not making... Like, the way I can tell if they're really committing or not is if Ace is connecting or not. Like, he's their main damage dealer, main control, main everything at this point in the game. OD and TA, they're still not there yet. You gotta wait a bit. Even though Watson, by the way, is farming really damn well as well. This TA has the D-Lance and the Blink. Might join at any moment now.
Yeah, yesterday we saw GPK go instantly for a Deso. Watson going for the a little bit more standard Blink Dragonlance. Of course, he will be getting a Deso at some point. We'll see if it's gonna be Deso first or a Shard. Either one works.
And it's a Pike as well, right? Like, you're playing versus the Razor versus the Dragonite. The game is a bit different, so the itemization is as well from Watson.
Tidebound, and they are going to be losing their Bristleback on the bottom lane. 2 heroes, more than enough to take him down. Roar, Sharpshooter, and then the kill.
The moment Ace joins is the same moment they get these kills. It's basically how it works with Beast that goes for Overlord, and that's on top of the network as well.
You wanted to see a Maelstrom Mjolnir on the Dragonite? That's gonna be the way to go for Shiro, but I'm starting to be afraid for Tidebound, right? Because how do you delay this game once the timings of GG do come up? I'm not sure that you do have the means to do so.
I agree. Like one thing that I'm seeing is no way of playing the game on your own terms. Like they truly do not have a proper way of initiating, so it's going to be, I don't know, they have to become innovative in these next fights. Like I'm waiting to see how they smoke, like, and if they even try smoking and making a play.
Innovation is pretty important. I mean, they showed in the previous one. Also, that is why Fissure is one of the better tournament operators, because they are bringing new things to the table. Exclamation mark F in the chat, guys. Follow our social media. All of the content is there. You are 100% going to be enjoying it. But, we are back in this game where GG have a 6k goal lead, a night and day difference. I mean, the game kind of looks similar to the previous one in a sense that it's slow, not too many kills, but GG are getting just so much out of the map.
They're getting so much out of the map because they're feeling safe to play this game very separated. Tia on top, OD on mid, these three heroes taking the Tormentor. Like, what exactly do you do if you're Tidebound? Like, what is the play? I'm not seeing it at the moment. Especially because there is no blink on DK. It's really hard to make a correct play here. He has to use his ulti here. Yeah.
An Astral will be up in 2 seconds, but Quinn doesn't want to go forward. That is a solid spell that you just forced out. Planet TPing in. Right now, what they're doing is just protecting their tier 2, which really isn't going to be that easy without the glyph.
Yeah, with the Tinker connecting eventually. There are no march of the machines just yet, but once he's here, the tower probably will just fall.
They will have a glyph in a couple of seconds. Would love to use it here just to delay it at least a little bit if they can get it up, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be allowed. The chase is going to be happening. Nice removal on the bushwhack, but of course there's an Astral, and the poor Wind Ranger will just get deleted by GG.
Yeah, they're waiting for, I'm not sure what on the other side. Is this actually going to be a high ground push after the tier 2, by the way? Probably not, right?
If Y dies, why not? Meld Strike onto the high ground. There were a couple of misses there that allow Y to survive. Also had a full wand.
It's probably the hardest thing that you could do right now as GG, because you can choose what you want to be doing on this map, and high ground would probably be the worst. Maybe just go for the other tier 2s and then rush. Like, looking at the items that are coming from Tidebound, BKB Razor is definitely the most impactful one that they need to get.
BKB Razor, shard on the bristleback, sharpshooter being charged up, Abaddon broken, pops his ulti instantly, and runs himself away. Nicely done by Y. A shot. Tinker has been caught. There is an Astral to save him if need be. Right now they're trying to kill this creep, and even that is going to be hard to do. Astral was used, and now they leave Malady alone. They have a Force Staff to get him out. Healing Lotus also being used. Shaka Shot, another one will connect. Planet getting close. The Bushwhack will not allow him to do much. Y comes over to remove that Bushwhack and kill Shot just a little bit.
Dude, was that on purpose or a misclick? What do you think? Because the dragon is pretty damn big. It's easy to miss.
I'm gonna say on purpose, because Quinn is an amazing player and he doesn't make mistakes.
Okay, yeah, sure. Because that looked ballsy as hell if it was on purpose. Your Tinker is dying, meanwhile the ancient black dragon is dying. Better save the dragon. It worked out, I mean.
It's a lot of gold, right? I mean, sure, Tinker is
250,
as well. Roche being targeted, scan was used. TPs are coming in. Tidebound are thinking about protecting this one. Power shot flies through. They will see what's going on. And Quinn just posturing aggressively there on top of a trap. So pretty much protected by it. Planet runs away. Windrun will allow him to survive. But this is just, even with only 5 kills, it's just looking way too easy for GG. Planet has been found. Astral does connect. Where's the rest of the team? Watson getting close. GG, they still need some time to come over. Aquatic Shield will be keeping him alive. Shackle Shot. Oh, he ate the tree there, Quinn.
They do have the BKB, by the way, on the Razor. They have Mjolnir as well.
See what he can do. Blade Mail being popped by Ba, going through the side. Quinn has been found. He's not the one with the Aegis. He wanted to take him down. He's gonna need to astral himself. Nothing to say. With the BKB just being destroyed. At least he did bring down Quinn. Now looking towards A. They want him down as well. The roar was already used and not too much avail. Planet gets out just in time. Now the Aphotic Shield. Wise just doing an amazing job just keeping everybody alive. They're gonna have a stun. How do you protect Watson? You have to do it right now. The shot on two of them, and they will have a follow-up stun. They just have to go through the defense matrix, and Shiro is just doing way too much damage. Now it's time to finish them all off. And Tofu running away. This is the squishiest stun in all. He will be finding an Invis rune pushed back by strong winds. And Tofu really won't care about it that much, but with the sentry being on the ground, now he is gonna be caring about it. With Bach finishing him off, that boomerang not enough to finish off Innocence, and what a fight for Tidebound. They wiped them.
I just can't believe what just happened. That was absolutely insane. The way they played them, the shackle shot, these 4 aphotic shields from Y, of course, doing massive work. Look at Razor even. Like, he just instantly died. The man moves in. Okay, they do trade a Razor for the OD, but still, that's a BKB Razor that dies. And you still have an Aegis advantage here, but it just didn't work out. Planet's positioning was impeccable as well. Like, if he doesn't connect this on the Tinker, exactly on the Tinker, I believe they don't take any more kills here. Because of the defensive matrix and everything, just Marsh of the machines being spammed.
It was beautiful. Really, it was beautiful what they did through and through in that fight. And it just, I think that fight even showed them what they need. They're going to be needing some extra armor on the Razor as time goes on, just to be able to go for those aggressive plays even more confidently. But despite it all, it is still a 7k gold lead for GG. So still the ones in control.
Well, I would say they are in the control of net worth. They're not really in the control of the game. At least the way that looked. I'm not even... like, if I was playing this game, I'd feel very comfortable being GG. It looked like they had everything. But, yeah, they got punished real hard in that fight.
I'm still looking at it as... they didn't lose a single tower. They've taken down 5 towers thus far. 7k gold ahead. They haven't hit their timings the strongest just yet. Second Roche is where you want to be really crushing the opponents with the TA lineup. So I'm thinking they're still good, right?
Yeah, they're getting some big items as well. Sure. They're 8k ahead now. You have the AC being queued up by Beast, which will be massive for Watson. As long as they can keep the OD alive, I feel like he can be a defensive tool as well. He's got the Pike now to work with against the Razor, so should be a bit simpler for him to move away.
Nice Thunderstoy from Tofu, saving his life. That Gale Force would have been a problem.
Here we go, they're smoking up. What's their initiation though? Once again, they don't truly have it. It has to be Shackle Shot, which isn't easy.
Best one for sure. They were thinking about going towards the bottom lane, but now mid lane is where they want to go. Tofu show himself, and that is an opening. Gale Force Staff tries to get away. Not going to be happening now when the stuns connect. It is going to be a dead squirrel and the tower to follow.
The Shackle Shot might have not been the best one, but it was sufficient. Taking him out. By the way, Vessel, the item of choice for Planet. Very interesting. Like, he went for Shard into Vessel this game. Versus Tinker, of course, it's very nice. If Beast was going for Aghanims, it would have been even better. But, of course, he does not do that. Not too bad into TA as well, by the way, the Vessel.
That can be quite annoying to play against. The Beastmaster is approaching his AC though, right? Only needs like 800 gold. I think that makes it very easy for this TA to mow down heroes even through the BKBs. I don't see them as really helping the DK or the Razor too much, especially once that AC is up.
Yeah, and it really wasn't the problem in the last fight as well, right? Like, Watson killed off the Razor even without the AC this time around. The targets will most likely just melt. Tidebound, they are getting the first form of initiation on Shiro. He's got that blink in a second, I believe, after this creep camp. Yep.
I like that. A lot of the DKs in the late when they're playing carry, they don't buy the blink. They feel like they don't need it, and then we're seeing that they're positioning issues in terms of doing the damage in fights. I really do like this. Jumping the OD is very, very important as well.
Yeah. In some games, maybe you can afford not to go blink. In this game, absolutely not. Someone needs to do that work. Someone needs to do the heavy lifting and start things off for you.
Tormentor will be coming back fairly soon. I think they killed it at like 15:30. Be seeing it up again. Let's see who's gonna be the lucky one. Will it be the Tinker or the OD who gets the shard?
Actually, Tinker once again very close to Quinn's net worth. By the way, Melodies. I mean, it's to be expected from Tinkers. They just farm so damn much.
But it's still Quinn is having a bad game, and I feel like an OD pick here was quite good. I'd like him to be stronger. Smoke towards the bottom lane. Gonna be a bit late. Maybe around the mid lane they can find someone, and this Quinn gets himself the shard. Solid shard.
It's not the worst. Yeah, it's solid. Not the worst shard for sure. They smoked up on the other side, but they couldn't go through the twin gate. They smoked and they scanned and saw that they were being waited for.
Melody gonna be using another defense matrix. Does look like he's gonna be in trouble, but there's the Astral. He can move Shiro. Taking some hits from the OD. Nothing to say. Now because the OD went there, he's probably gonna die. Nothing to say. Uses the Manta to dodge the attack from Watson that most definitely would have taken his life. Now Ace is next on the menu. The roar was already used. Bog going in. He needs to turn his back, but even with his back turned, he still gets taken out. Watson isolated. Shiro every single time is allowed to do whatever he wants in these fights. All three cores gone.
Man, they're just outplaying them. This is basically it. The smoke, they didn't go towards the Tormentor. They knew that they were too late. Instead, they strike the first target that popped on the map that showed itself, and that was the Tinker. Quinn, it was a nice save on the Tinker, but if you are the one saving, who saves you? You know, like the Tinker cannot do as much. And this meant that proving to be very useful. Of course, versus the TA, it's always good. Just for, like you said, dodging some hits, but also hitting her. And then the Aphotic Shield from Y saving his life. Very nicely done. I'm just not sure, like, how are they even doing this? These team fights from Tidebound are so damn clean. They always find a way to take down the OD even before he uses his ulti. Like, the last two team fights, I don't think we've seen Sanity's Eclipse at all. It wasn't used.
Yeah, he's not doing it. Quinn, not sure how to find his place in this game, and right after he got that shard, instantly once again gets taken out. GG, they have to go for a smoke, secure that they do control the Roche area.
Let's see, they're going in. Onto the high ground, it's hard.
And Hairball, just keeping them away, the Gale Force as well.
Yeah, just perfect defensive move from Tidebound. But Roche will fall extremely quickly. It's an ODTA.
That's not going to be lasting for long. Watson getting the second Aegis into his pockets. Didn't really help him last time around, though.
Yeah, mid lane Shiro, the trap caught him. Maybe they can... It's hard, right? Yeah.
Very, very hard. Gonna be going on to the OD again. Quinn is gonna be in trouble, but a Force Staff saves his life. If that Shackle Shot had connected, we'd be seeing a much different situation.
Yeah, they just have a Pike on the OD, the Force Staff on the Hoodwink, Pike on the TA. They have so much mobility out of their heroes just to save the OD in the end. I guess it does change once he gets an Aghanim's, right? Like, they can't really kill him off that quickly anymore.
Why is baiting here? The DK form should be going down like 1/3 of a duration. There's the Astral. Oh, gonna be looking towards him. Has the Ghost Scepter, should be fine. Sharpshooter almost kills him, and finally he will be popping his ulti and surviving.
They messed up, right? Like, it was the Bushwhack plus axes They brought down a tree, so he manages to get away because of it. Like one of the reasons.
At least the last outer tower, I guess. And they're going for a push.
Let's see if this is actually possible. Yeah. No DK4, no TP on Razor. DK will be TPing back at least.
And nothing to say. He's going to be running back to the base. Push continuing. Banner still up. Also going to be cutting the wave in the mid lane to make sure that the other waves are going to be shoved in.
Now, right now, I feel like they do have what it takes to stand their ground, right? Like you have this Bristle who can be up front. Also, Razor can spam Plasma Field. You have Kill Shot to work with.
Oh, they smoked underneath a trap.
Right on top of it.
Right on top of enemy vision. Let's see how aggressive they're going to go. They're going to be running into a lot of traps as well. Dragon Knight has a nullifier. Really big.
Yep. Really big. Nullifier on him and Lincoln's, by the way, on the Razor. So some crucial items coming out.
This is the roar. He still in a good position to fight here. To find a haste tree. That's going to be helping the Razor in the fight 100%. But I do feel like right now GG can just start shoving in the top lane and Tidebound are going to have to respond.
Yeah, they're doing exactly that. Nothing to say actually TPing behind the trees.
To try to go in. Quinn is in a position that you can target him. You don't have the glyph. Now you won't be having Lane of Rax either. Gale Force being used. Lincoln's popped. Nice Lotus Sword though. Nothing to say. They're doing that much with the damage is being given away. Roar to disengage and GG. He will hold Aegis for another 2 minutes. Can go for another push if they want to.
That was a really cool play. Like usually teams when they see a smoke they would position themselves to wait for it. Instead they just push knowing that it's going to take way too much time for Tidebound to go around and get to them. A very, very cool play from GG.
They're doing a good job, and I'm liking that they're making the game be on their own terms. Because what has been happening quite far in the series is they've always reacted to what Tidebound are doing, even when they're super far ahead. And it's happened in this game on the top lane especially. So I like that they just stood their ground and went for the play.
It's also really hard for Tidebound to make any plays. Like you have one Blink Stun Initiator and that's your carry, so... That also needs to be said, but of course GG have been doing a really good job too.
Razor is level 20 though, so that really does increase his damage output a lot. Dragon Knight 20 as well. Those are some big talent timings, really.
You have a good ward here, good vision on the cliff.
Now they're going to be revealing that vision. They're all being used. The signs there for a second. Goes Scepter to protect himself.
Shiro?
Down onto the OD. They do have a nullifier. Shackle shot. Everybody moves away and he gets the Astral off. Roar was used. Shiro instantly first. He wants to go forward. Quinn has the Force Staff closer to the river and he will be fine for now. Now the hammer will be dropped. Finally, they do bring down the DK and that is the opportunity to go forward. Why? Next on the menu, he still has his ulti, so can delay this a bit longer when it comes to surviving, but I don't know how you turn it around. Hawk. Think about making it happen and he can't do it. There it is. Swashbuckle, the Bushwhack, the Hawk. Kill.
Yeah, straight onto the high ground. There's a glyph, but there is no DK for 40 seconds. This is next to impossible to defend.
Especially without your BKB on the Razor as well. Makes it even more impossible to go for it. No glyph, no DK, Gale Force being used. Just 5 heroes to GG. You only have 3. Watson focusing on the Raxes. They're gonna be gone. Nice Shackle shot. Doesn't change a damn thing. Quinn comes in with the Astral just to buy a bit more time. And GG are not done. Bushwhack connects. He's turning his front towards Watson, which makes him an easy target.
Yeah, this could be Megas even. There's no glyph, right? So no DK for 5 more seconds. The question is, will they force it or move back?
To say, this is the Manta going in. GG are not sure if they should continue with this one. The Gale Force keeping it in place. It's now or never. Tidebound have to go and do something, but you're going to be running into traps. You have to stay in your base.
Yeah, that's a 17k advantage now. Yeah, much safer to move back, right? Like, go back, use this gold that you've just been given or that you just earned, get some BKBs up. Just a massive win for GG. This could be game. I'm not really seeing a way back into for Tidebound, even though they have shocked me before. Like, this game, for me, should have looked like this all the time. The fights that Tidebound won, I feel like they won just off of sheer talent. Like, they had some incredible team fights, but it's so much easier to play if you're GG, as long as you can reset on the OD. And they have found all the ways to do that. The Glimmer Capes, the 4 staffs, you save Quinn, and then he just destroys them with Sanity's Eclipse.
Also, there's now a Hex on the OD. The Hoodwink is working towards a Hex of her own. And of course, the BKBs of Tidebound are getting low. They have 1 7-second, 1 6-second B. Or 2 7-seconds, 1 6-second BKB. Pretty much hard to do anything when you do not have those high charges.
Yeah, and keep in mind that as one team's BKBs are running out, or I should say running low, the other team just started picking them up. Like, your Beastmaster is queuing it up, your TA, I believe, just completed the BKB as well. So, yeah, the win probability, I truly feel it reflects the state of the game.
Shard onto the Beastmaster. I guess better than on the Tinker. He's not even going to be getting too close to use the Warp Flare if need be. Refresher on the Razor. I feel like that could maybe be an item that can change things. And he is getting relatively close to it. But still needs like 1,000 gold, I think.
It's basically the only thing that I feel might change things drastically for Tidebound. I still don't think it's like this absolutely game-winning item, but it gives them some solutions, some plays at least.
Sure. You have so many heroes that you have to think about. Tinker, you would want to burst him. Odie, you would want to burst him. TA, you cannot allow her to just attack freely. She's going to be killing every single one of you. Too many things to think about if you're Tidebound, and really not enough ways to deal with it.
Yeah, this is a cool one, by the way. Bristle with the Pyrrhic Cloak. So,
yep.
Another item that can catch you off guard if you aren't truly careful.
Yeah, I'd like to see that for sure. But who do you use it on? If you use it on the OD, he's gonna notice and astral himself. Is there a target you think would be good?
I mean, that's a very correct statement, right? Like, the OD should see it. The TA as well isn't that great to be used on. We'll see. Bach always finds a way, I feel like, in these games.
OD is approaching his Aghanim Scepter, and he has the Refresher Shard. So imagine if you had to deal with an OD with an Aghanims in the Refresher. Like, how would you even get this guy down? But they don't seem like they're going to be waiting. They want to end this right here and now.
Yeah, they have the second Lotus now on Ace as well.
Refresher is done. We talked about it at Lotus. It's going to be returned to him. Astral used as well. Nothing to say. Using his spells, Refresher going forward. He's gonna do his best to do as much damage as he can. And Quinn is dropping low. Shackle Shot as well onto the 2-course. Hammer is gonna be dropped. He does have a Refresher. He can do another one, but nobody has died on GG, and they did bring down the Razor. His Bach coming forward, but even from the back, he's not gonna be able to survive long enough. Abaddon protecting himself with the Ghost Scepter. Another hammer will drop on his head, not killing him. It does look over, however, Lizard. It is a 5 versus 3 scenario.
Yeah, straight on to the last set of Raxes. Mega Creeps. A certainty now, and straight into the throne, right? Nothing stopping them. No buyback on Razor, no buyback on Bristle. This just might be game. Well, definitely looks that way.
GG, they want to equalize the series. They want to be one step closer to going to the Grand Finals as well. Ogre still told him to run away, but running away from your tier 4s and the throne will not be winning the game for you. Things are looking great. GG here in game 2. Hex used on the DK. Punisher was already used, but he has another one. Nullifier return. Those Lotus Orbs really coming in handy. When you have this much of a lead, it really isn't hard to outplay.